I now invite Shri V.P. Dhananjayan, founder of Bharata Kalanjali, to deliver the presidential address.
Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. It gives me great pleasure to welcome His Excellency Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu and Lady Governor. Their august presence makes it a special event in the annals of Bharata Kalanjali history. I also extend a warm greetings to all the other distinguished dignitaries in the auditorium and also on the dais. Please accept our warm greetings and love. Whenever I address a gathering, whether it is a school children, college or university or public functions, I start with a slogan that is, our country is Bharatam. We are all born in Bharatam or Bharatiya, and we follow the Bharatiya Sanskriti. And we also perform Bharatanatyam. Yes. Whenever I say our country is Bharatam, irrespective of the children, they clap very loudly, accepting my contention that we are no more Indians, we are just Bharatiyas. Bharata Kalanjali was established in the year 1968 and has continuously served the cause of promoting, propagating and preserving Bharatiya Samskriti through our performing arts for 55 years. Thousands of students have passed through the portals of Bharata Kalanjali, spreading their wings globally. It's a matter of pride to proclaim Bharata Kalanjali has achieved a lot in the art sector in the last few decades. In the world of performing arts, we are known as accredited trendsetters, breaking new paths for the young generations to stride on. Several of our innovations out of so-called tradition opened up the imagination of creative minds. We have opened up Natyam to explore other religious themes like Buddhism, Christianity, Islam, and social and politically relevant themes. Collaborated with internationally acclaimed choreographers and ballet companies, and produced stories like Jungle Book, Chakra, Mary Magdalene, etc. Aikya Bharatam, or United India, I don't want to say India, because India is a name stuck on us by the Europeans. But we have to stick on to Bharata, and I hope the day will come, day will dawn very soon that our Sarkar will declare it as just Bharatam. Give a good big clap for that. The Aikya Bharatam was an epoch-making production visualizing the Mahakavi Bharatiya's vision of one India, Aikya Bharatam, one Bharatam, Aikya Bharatam. Another big production that we undertook was Pandit Ravi Shankar's magnum opus Ghanashyam, The Broken Branch, a theme against drug abuse created it created new dimension in the musical theatre. Today I am doubly happy that our honorable governor has unveiled my pet project Navakaranani, new panel of new Karanas, sculpted for posterity and for the benefit of the future generations to come. I have approached Bharat Sarkar's art and cultural department, institutions like Kalakshetra to undertake this monumental project, but unfortunately, none realized the importance and value of the project. Now, some of my students have come forward to fulfill my dream project. Bharata Kalanjali is thankful to the sculptors, Ravi and his brother Kaniyappan, for undertaking the work with a minimum cost. According to Natya Shastra, Hastapada Samayukto Nritasya Karanam Bhavet. A movement performed jointly with hands and legs is known as Karana. People should not get confused with the new panels of Karanas and the original Natya Shastra Karanas, which is found in the Chidambaram pillars. What I have envisaged and started working on is based on the present day Nritta and pure rhythmic postures and steps employed. This is a monumental project for future artists who will benefit to understand the flow of the creative inputs that happened periodically. We must also understand that on the strong foundation of the ancient texts like Natya Shastra, every generation has built mansions. So this will be yet another addition of sculptures to those found in the Chidambaram and other temples. I take this opportunity to request all of you to liberally contribute to this monumental project and help Bharata Kalanjali to complete this Nava Karana. At this juncture, I would like to very happily announce that one of my senior most disciples, a prominent dancer, Srilata Vinod's husband, has just came forward and said to me that he will help me in finding the funds to complete this project. Srilata, she is one of the best Bharatanatyam dancers today. Let me once again reiterate that hereupon, South Chennai Rasikas need not cross Adyar Bridge for classical entertainments. Bharata Kalanjali is getting this Spastic Society Teach Auditorium. It is not tech, it is Teach Auditorium, ready to be a full-fledged equipped professional theatre. People could rent this auditorium and a small hall downstairs available for programs for a nominal rent with ample car parking facility, which is not found in the city. Please make use and help the NGO Spastin, the Spastic Society of Tamil Nadu. Once again, I thank the Governor and his wife for accepting our invitation and being present here today. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. I now invite the Honorable Governor to deliver the inaugural address.
Sri VP Dhananjayan and Srimati Santa Dhananjayan, the founder Bharat Kalanjali, those who built, nursed and shaped it the way it is today with their lifelong devotion. Srimati Jayashree, Director, Spastic Society, Tamil Nadu. Srimati Dibya Reddy, Honorary Secretary, Spastic Society of Tamil Nadu. Other dignitaries on the dais, distinguished invitees, Rasikas, students, Namaskaram to all of you. Needless to say, I am delighted to be part of this event. Bharat Kalanjali has been doing a great service to our Indian classical dance, music, song, put together classical art. A Spastic Society of Tamil Nadu has come forward to collaborate, and I sincerely appreciate and extend my greetings to them to be partner in this noble enterprise. I am sure this collaboration will take our Indian art to the new level, newer heights, and will also help our children, as children with special needs, to be partner in the growth of our nation as a dignified citizens. I was delighted to listen Sri Dhananjayan when he was talking all the time about Bharat, Bharat. It's a music to ears because people nowadays, they don't talk about Bharat. And it's not perhaps their fault also. Because the very idea of Bharat, the colonizers tried to destroy. They adopted all possible means to destroy or grossly weaken the very idea of Bharat. In fact, I am told that Sri Dhananjayan and Srimati Santa Dhananjayan, they were part of the Kala Kshetra, they helped them grow. Many of us have, perhaps we have not been told the background in which Kala Kshetra was created. This Kala Kshetra was created to preserve the idea of Bharat. Because when in the national freedom movement, after the First World War, the colonizers were very comfortable, they had no problem, and the freedom movement was destined to be long-drawn movement. In fact, at that time, our leaders and our people did not anticipate freedom coming so soon. It was the Second World War which exhausted the British, made it difficult to continue and face the resistance, which accelerated their exit from this country. But until that happened, freedom was not on the horizon. And at that point of time when our national leaders realized that the movement was a long drawn, but how to mitigate or limit the damage being done by the British, the colonizers, not only British, Portuguese, French, all, wherever they were. The damage being done by them to Bharat. And then, in 1930, on 26th of January, under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, at Lahore, it was a part of Bharat, and a resolution was adopted. A resolution was read by Mahatma Gandhi himself. And there he reads the resolution. British rule has ruined India politically, economically, culturally, and spiritually. We all talked about political independence. We also talked about economic gain that we might be able to achieve after independence. But the fact that the British, the colonizers, were destroying the culture and spirituality of Bharat, which is the very idea and identity of this country, that was something which was very worrisome, far more worrisome, at least no less worrisome than the political independence. And since the political independence was nowhere in sight, at the time the leaders decided how to preserve the culture and spirituality of this country. And it was in that background, under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, people like K. Munshi, Rukmini Devi, they came forward. Rukmini Devi formed the Kala Kshetra. K. Munshi created the Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan to preserve the culture and spirituality of this country from further destruction. Because the colonizers, they were hell-bent upon destroying the very idea and identity, which they did in many countries which they colonized. And that is the experiment they tried to replicate in India, in Bharat. At the time, when the Kala Kshetra name was being talked about, at the time they had thought, when the Vidya Bhavan, they could think Bharatiya Vidya Bhavan, Kala Kshetra could also have been Bharatiya Kala Kshetra. But the word Bharat was very sensitive, provocative to the British, because they did not like Bharat being used. And a very discreet attempt in nomenclature that, okay, we will preserve our culture and spirituality in the way that we think the best. And when it comes to Bharat's culture and spirituality, which actually defines Bharat, many people today who have been carrying the legacy of the British rule, and those who have been taught in the British system of education, which has been the system of education even until now it is there. The colonization of mind is so deep that even people today here, they are people occupying the high positions, they don't feel shy in saying the British rule was a blessing in disguise. Look at the degree of colonization of mind. When the British left India, and there was celebration all around, Mahatma Gandhi was sitting in the Bhangi colony of Delhi in a somber mood. Some people approached him and asked him, "Are you not happy? Why are you not celebrating?" Mahatma Gandhi said, and mark the words what he said, "British have left us physically. They are still in our mind. And to take them out of the mind, it will take long time if we work seriously." And there he mentions at least half the time of colonization, period of colonization, because they have gone so deep in our mind that even today people say British rule was a blessing in disguise. I read in the newspaper a few days back somebody saying, occupying the high position, if the British were not there, there would not have been education in India and Tamil Nadu. You pity the people who think like this. Tamilagam, so rich in literature, so rich, several thousand years ago, the kind of epics that has been created, the kind of spiritual literature have been created, it's simply stunning. Where was Europe? Where was America? Nowhere on the map. They were swinging on the trees. It was this country where several thousand years ago we got revelation in Vedas, Upanishad, Tirukural, Tirumurai, Divya Prabandham, host of literature. And people say there would not have been education in India. Now this is and they also have difficulty in uttering the word Bharat. Because they feel uncomfortable, either they do not know what is Bharat, right, maybe, or maybe out of design. That Bharat, when you say Bharat cannot be understood by the Western notion of a state. European notion of a state is a state created by force, created by a Bahubali, a strong ruler with a strong army, conquers a territory, consolidates it, and that becomes a country. That is how countries of Europe were created. This is how America was created. This is how Canada was created. This is how Australia was created. Go there, capture the territory, annihilate the masses, settle down, create a country. Bharat was not created by any Bahubali. It was created by our rishis, our sages, our poets, several thousand years ago. And that is when they expressed about Bharat, its expanse, geographic expanse, the Vishnu Puran says, Uttaram yat samudrasya himadrishya vadakshinam varsham tad bharatam nama bharati yatra santati. Land north of ocean and south of Himalayas is Bharat, and the children are all Bharati, an enlightened land. And this enlightenment was a spiritual enlightenment, that we are all children of the same Creator and we are family. Whether humans, animals, plants, we are all children of Mother Earth. We are all Kutumbam. And from that Vasudhaiva Kutumbam concept came thousands of years back. That is why we prayed, and even today we pray for the well-being of everyone, not only for us, not only for me, not only for my family. Now this spirituality of universal oneness, it reflected in our culture, in our Sanatan Adhyatma reflected in Sanatan Sanskriti. And this Sanskriti, which has spread over north to south, east to west, various languages, various customs, various cuisines, but connected by this shared cultural spirituality that believes in universal oneness. And to realize this, among the various margas, bhakti, most powerful medium to connect with the divine and realize that we are all part of the same family. Our natya, our sangeet, our geet, they all emerge from this bhakti, this devotion. It's all devotional. Today some people talk about culture, Indian culture, Bharatiya. You try to say as if every society, every community has a culture, it's okay. Because culture is the expression of the spectrum of life, the living of an individual society, the community, the way they conduct their affairs. But Bharatiya culture is not like that. It is far, far deeper. It is rooted in spirituality, Sanatan, Adhyatma, Sanatana spirituality, universal oneness. And our natya is not just entertainment. These are all ways to connect with the divine, to express. It's far more deeper, far more sublime. And that when a performer performs, while techniques are important, but the bhava is the essence. That bhava remains divine. Today, our country, Bharat, is experiencing comprehensive resurgence. Comprehensive resurgence. Resurgence in the field of science and technology, resurgence in the field of economy. Today, the world does not look at Bharat as a third world country. The transformation which we are experiencing in the last couple of years is essentially because of change in the way we look at our country. Until recently, we continued looking at our country from the perspective of India. India. And perspective of India does not do justice, does not convey the meaning of Bharat. In fact, when the British were living this country, they had left this country in a terribly bad shape. Not only that, they had divided this country on basis of religion. Millions of people died, millions of people got displaced and suffered. But they had also left some 564 independent countries within India. Many of our people don't realize that what kind of country they had left. When they left, all these princely estates became independent countries. It was thanks to the leader like Sardar Patel, who brought them together, made them part of this country, Bharat. Otherwise, many of us sitting there, I certainly would not have been here. Many of you would have been citizens of so many countries, not citizen of one country. When this was being done, they were doing it. Some people in Britain had asked the question, will India survive? Such an India with Within the body of it, you have 564 independent countries. Will it survive? And then Winston Churchill said, what is India? India is a geographic expression. Geographic expression like equator. You cut it into 1,000 parts. You can cut equator into 1,000 parts. How does it matter? Such a disdainful attitude to this country. India was a geography for them. And unfortunately, after British left, we continued looking at this country as a geography in terms of reason, in terms of languages, in terms of cuisine, customs. The diversities, which was the strength of this country, which was the beauty of this country, was turned into weakness. Fault lines, as the strategists would like to call it, fault lines. Our strength became our weakness. Because we did not look at this country as one family. The way our rishis several thousand years ago said that this Bharat, they didn't understand Bharat. Now the difference that is manifesting in our countries, growth, resurgence, and corresponding change in attitude of the world towards our country Bharat is because we look at this country Bharat as one family, one organic living entity. Bharat is our mother, Bharat is Mata. Bharat, the way Mahakavi Subramaniam Bharati looked at it, Bharat, when he said, Bharat Mata, Seppu Modi, Padinetudiyal, Anil Chintanai, Onrudiyal. When he talked about Vedam Udayad Indanad, Nalla Veerar Piranda Indanad, Chedamillada Hindustanam, Ida Deva Menru Kumbittadi Papa. This Bharat Mata, one Bharat Mata. It was this one Bharat Mata concept that when some country tries to take away a part of the same thing happened in 1950s when China took away Aksai Chin. The explanation given in the parliament was that rocky desert, not even a blade of grass grows there. Look at this, the way, looking at it as a geography, looking at it as territory. When you look at the country as a territory, territory is transactional. Land is transactional. But in the same area, close to Aksai Chin, in 2020, in Galwan, when Chinese tried to encroach, we repelled them. 20 of our brave soldiers gave their life in defense of that land. Because this was not a territory. By the same definition, this could have been the rocky desert, not a blade of grass grows there. But no, it is a part of our being. If something happens to our little finger, the whole body suffers. It is not a little finger, it's the whole body. Look at Bharat. This is the way to look at Bharat. And I'm surprised. If you look at the Constitution of India, the Article 1 of Constitution of India, it introduces India through Bharat. It says, India, that is Bharat. What is India? India is introduced through Bharat. Bharat is now India. Unfortunately, people at the helm of affairs, they forgot that part of it. They just kept India. They did not. Not only that, in our Constitution, when the Constitution was drafted, and in the Constituent Assembly, there were debates, and there were many people who said, where is Bharat in this? In the Constitution, you have fundamental rights of citizens. You have three wings: legislature, executive, judiciary. You have a state and center union. You have separation of power. You have taxation. Where is Bharat? When this debate was raised, and overwhelming majority of the leaders in members of the Constituent Assembly, they say, we must have Bharat in this. And then Directive Principle of State Policy Part 4 was introduced. And not only that, to bring the essence and spirit of Bharat, a great artist of Shantiniketan, Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore, his institution, Nandalal Bose, was commissioned to paint our constitution, the original constitution, with the essence and spirit of Bharat. And the great artist, Nandalal Bose, and his team, they painted the entire constitution. And how it begins? It begins, the first part of the constitution, you have Gurukulam. That is the Vedic period. Beginning of Bharat, as the history records. Vedic period. Gurukulam, where rishis are teaching, students are learning. That is the painting number 1. When it comes to fundamental rights chapter, you have Pattabhisekam of Sri Ram, because every citizen has a fundamental right. No discrimination, gender, race, language, religion, nothing. All are equal. Ram Rajya. And so the painting is of Sri Ram coming back after Sri Lanka, his Pattabhi. Here sitting Ram, Lakshmana, Sita. This is there. In part 12, our king of dance, Nataraj, is painted. Unfortunately, these things have been, people have been forgotten. This has been forgotten. Essence and spirit of our constitution is our Sanatan Adhyatma, our Sanatan Sanskriti. The fact that Bharat Kalanjali is doing, promoting, preserving, promoting our classical dance, music, is they are doing a human service to Bharat. And innovation, creating new thing. It is there. This is the beauty of our Sanatan Sanskriti and Sanatan Adhyatma. Our spiritual evolution does not end with Veda. After that, rishis have been experimenting, have been coming up with new and new ideas, expressing this is how Upanishad came, Aranyaka came, Brahmana came. This is how Tirumurai and Divya Prabandham came. They have been experimenting. This is how Natya Shastra came. This is how Yoga Shastra came. These are all evolution. Rishis have been doing from time to time, revolving. And today, when we find new creativity, it's a part of our Sanatan Sanskriti. It is not rigid, it is living, it is vibrant, it is creative, it keeps regenerating itself. By holding the core essence of the spirituality, manifesting it, expressing it, the language evolves, and these are all languages. The various forms that you create are various languages, mediums to connect with the divine, which is the essence of Bharatiya Adhyatma. And to this, we all appreciate, and I extend my greetings to Sri Dhananjay and his team for doing this creativity. I wish I wish this enterprise to grow bigger and bigger, wider and wider, deeper and deeper. Let our children, let our young generation, they learn more and more of it. While they learn the techniques, they must also be fully cognizant and conscious of the bhava. That is Bharat. Thank you all very much. Wish you all the best. Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for honoring us with your presence and inspiring words. As we come to the end of this monumental occasion, we are left with a deep sense of gratitude towards everyone and everything that enabled the fruition of this program. I invite Shri C.P. Satyajit, the Artistic Director of Bharata Kalanjali, to propose the vote of thanks.
Thank you, sir, for that inspiring speech on Akhand Bharat. Namaskaram to all present here. I'm very pleased to be giving the vote of thanks this evening. It is especially so because most of the people involved in organizing Sangeetotsavam are here, and some exceptional work has been made possible. Starting July, ever since Bharata Kalanjali has shifted to teach this lovely auditorium, all the preparations have happened smoothly and efficiently despite the scale of work that was envisaged. This has been possible only because of the grace of the Almighty. In the form, the grace of the Almighty in the form of all involved in the making of this day. This is not just a vote of thanks on behalf of Bharata Kalanjali, but also one very personally. While a vote of thanks is largely a formality, it helps us take an audit of the number of people whose contributions, big or small, matter. The audience would thereby understand the teamwork it takes to put this up. Firstly, our utmost gratitude and thanks to Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu and Lady Governor for having given us their precious time. Special thanks to the staff of the Raj Bhavan and security personnel for having smoothly facilitated and felicitated this function. To add, it made us extremely mindful of a certain discipline that is involved to conduct the function, and their protocol reminds us of some things we have sometimes forgotten. Of course, the team of Spastic Society of Tamil Nadu, Jayashri ma'am, Divya Reddy and Mr. Deepak Menon and the rest of the team of Spastic Society of Tamil Nadu for having conceived this space and so warmly welcomed us into our new home. And thanking, of course, my parents, Master and Akka, for having the vision to inspire us to take this up for the benefit of many of us sitting here. Initially, when we walked into this campus, we were wondering whether they would find it too big, too large a space to occupy. But they were inspired at an age when you would have.
Nadrutom, धृति तदरतनि नदृधृतो नदृधृतो
We will begin with the national anthem. This will be followed by the Tamil Thai Varthu. On this momentous occasion, which will witness the unveiling, privileged to have the Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, I now invite Srimati Shobna Balchandra, the Creative Executive Director of Bharata Kalanjali, to deliver the welcome address.
I would also like to welcome Srimati Divya Reddy, Honorary Secretary, Spastic Society of Tamil Nadu, Srimati Lakshmi Varahan Jayashree, dignitaries on the dais, and of course, all of you. Passion to an empire spreading the language of Natyam through its students. Re-establishment as we enter the Teach Auditorium of the Spastic Society of Tamil Nadu that works primarily in the domain of skill development for children, that is curated to celebrate this auditorium. I would once again like to extend my heartfelt welcome to the
entrance